Hello, everybody. I'm LP Gomez, and welcome to Beyond Wildlife Park. I'm starting this video series to document some of the work that I've been putting into my Planet Zoo build for Zoo Sims United, or ZSU. ZSU is a really cool way to build your zoo with a bunch of other people from all over the world. You start with a limited number of species, and through trades with other people, random events, auctions in stores, and all the cool things that the admins for that Discord server will be putting on and are putting on. Really build out your zoo with the animals that you want, animals that you get. I can tell you, looking back at this old footage, I got a bunch of species that I was not expecting and am building for, and it's a really cool way to really kind of play out what it might look like to build a zoo from scratch and develop it into something much bigger. Speaking of which, this is my starting list of animals. As you can see, I've got a bunch of typical North American animals, and that's kind of the way that ZSU plays out is depending on what region of the world you're in, the staff work to ensure that you have a realistic starting list, so no one's starting with bears and elephants and big stuff like that. Start with small stuff and really work your way up. But yeah, I actually built out the shell of the zoo prior to joining ZSU. This was sort of a build that I started loosely based off of the St. Louis Zoo, which is a really cool zoo if you ever get the chance to visit St. Louis, Missouri. It's a free zoo. We pay with our taxes, but a really cool selection of animals, and is always a fun place to visit, and again, free, can't beat that. But yeah, this entrance is loosely based off of the St. Louis Zoo North entrance, kind of this kind of shape, this three-part shape with a gift shop area, a central kind of entry area. It's kind of where they have a lot of the COVID checks now with scanning your reservation, and then the cafe on the other end. In my case, the cafe leads out into the entrance of the zoo. I do not believe that is the case in the St. Louis Zoo, but again, loosely inspired, and you'll see a lot of that loose inspiration kind of flow into some of the different zones that I'm building for. I could tell you, just having built out some of this park already at the time of this recording, I have a River's Edge section and a Red Rock section and a primate house with a similar architecture style to what we have in the St. Louis Zoo. So while I am not doing a one-to-one recreation, I'm basically taking the parts of the zoo that I enjoy the most and trying to make it work inside of my ZSU zoo. And if I do get some animals again through ZSU that would require me to break away from loose inspiration and build my own things, I am definitely going to take the opportunity to do just that. So yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of roof work here in my gift shop and central area, welcome area, into the entrance part of the cafe. Yeah. Fun fact, that entrance area used to host a bunch of frogs and snakes in my last build before I did a lot of backtracking for ZSU. So in the lore, we're kind of, the Beyond Company has taken over this old animal park and redid the herpetarium and turned it into the new entrance, the new north entrance of the park. And I don't know, I just love that connective fiber between my build, even though I had to restart for the zoo. Don't worry, I have the old file saved, so maybe one day we'll get to revisit that alternate reality, non-ZSU Beyond Wildlife Park. Yeah, just doing a little bit of roof work here. You can even see a little bit of that front plaza, which is somewhat based off of this sort of entrance area in the St. Louis Zoo with a piece in the middle. You'll see that I will eventually kind of take the iconic It's a sculpture that spells out zoo. In real life, it's not in the entrance. It's sort of off in the parking lot. I believe in the south entrance, but I could be wrong. But I do end up placing a zoo, a ZOO sculpture in that middle section area. Right now, there's just a piece of stone that I'm not sure quite belong. But yeah, speaking of the entrance and eventual edits, right now the entrance is still very much work in progress. Even though I've started building out most of the park, I am very much open to suggestions on what I can do to make this truly work. I'm trying to go for a realistic build, somewhat realistic. I know that there are other YouTubers out there that have more realistic builds than what I have. But I'm trying to reach that level of realism. I love realistic builds. I don't know, just imagining that this could be like a real park, right? Like that you could visit. But yeah, no. So in the next couple episodes, I'll be getting my starting animals in. What used to be the zebra and Somali wild ass area, which is right behind this back plaza, parking lot plaza, will become the start of a river's edge area, or my take on a river's edge area, with my otters and my beavers, and eventually a lot of bigger ticket animals that I acquire through trades or in the store. I have yet to do an auction, and I'm excited to do that soon. In ZSU they hold about 4 auctions a year, and that's kind of where all the big ticket animals, the really big ticket animals, truly live, and you could acquire. Personally, I'm trying to go for some hippos for my River's Edge exhibit. But yeah, we'll be working on the otters, the beavers, my African Oasis section with my zebras and ostriches. Eventually getting into some primate kind of enclosures in a primate house. I was lucky enough to obtain a couple. I got a couple of squirrel monkeys, a bunch of capuchins, and a bunch of other monkeys, lemurs, and whatnot. So, really, really excited to start this project and to show it to y'all. Yeah, I'm building up this roof right now. It was such a pain in the ass to work. But yeah, really excited to start the series off. I know that I've been sitting on this footage for quite some time, and I'm trying to catch up to where I am actually at in my ZSU career. And you guys are in for a wild ride, and excited to. Again, this is my first video series and my first time doing voiceover. So I'd appreciate if you guys have any feedback on how I'm doing or how I can make this a lot more entertaining. Eventually, I'm hoping to turn this into more of a community zoo feel, where I will start incorporating some of the comments, suggestions, and feedback into the builds themselves. Whether you're a ZSU participant or not. But yeah, this is my first time doing a video series and voiceover for my builds. If you go back a couple of videos, you'll see that I posted the parking lot build video and a contest video for ZSU for a Cameron exhibit. But this is the first official start of my voiceover for this project. Always open to feedback and on how I can make this more entertaining or more watchable. Again, my first foray into voiceover, so pardon the dust, if you may. But yeah, I'm excited to have you guys in for the journey, and looking forward to a lot of fun times, whether on YouTube or on ZSU. So with that said, I'll see you later. This is LP Gomez signing off.